Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Welcome to our listeners, LIB Future TV Weekly Review listeners. It's good to be back. It's been a week. It's good to be back. Jefferson, how are you?
Well, I'm okay, thank God. It's been a wonderful week, though tiring, but yes, it's been a great one at least, thank God. And how are
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing good. You know, the other day we were in studio and we were talking about how your day was, and you said you were going to tell us a story, but we didn't get to that. So we're going to cover that tonight. But to our listeners, I hope you had a good week. I hope you got through the week okay. I know there's been so much going on in Liberia, and we're going to cover everything tonight. We're going to go through how the week was and all the news that happened this week. There was a lot of news this week on the border, and also the gas prices. We're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about the episode which you all did with um, talking about agriculture and the yellow machine. So, and then we have some videos. We have some interviews of some students in from the University of Liberia, and another interview that we're going to play. So it's going to be a good night. I hope you all are comfortable where you are. But Lavetta was supposed to join us, Jefferson. I don't see her.
Yes, she's on her way. I think she has some electricity issue.
Ah,
We just spoke, and
mhm.
she's on her way coming.
She's on her way. Okay, so we'll leave. We'll leave for the news. So when she comes, she can give us the news, the trending news for the week. But let's talk about. Let's start talking about the really hot topic of the week, which was the Guinea crisis.
Mhm.
So this week we started off the week where the legislators went to the border and they did a survey of the border, and Tai Wangbi wrote a post, and we covered that on LIB Future TV, and he wrote a post saying that he believed this issue started with a mining issue and he wanted that to be investigated. But he confirmed that the issue was not resolved yet, that people had left their homes on the Liberia side, that the Guinea soldiers had crossed into the Liberia border. Um, and then from there, we saw, you know, this major important issue, Jefferson. And I'm going to play you a video of what we saw from our legislators.
Mhm. Okay, so let me just get something set up. Lavetta had just entered the studio, so let me get her set up so we can bring her on.
Okay. So this is what happened at the border. The legislators went to the border. They started singing. It looked like they were having a good time. They were celebrating. And a lot of Liberians were saying this is something that's supposed to be very serious. You should take it serious. You should not go there to be joking around, playing around, laughing. You have soldiers coming in the country from another country, armed. Someone has gotten shot there. They're putting their flags up on the Liberia side. And you're out there joking and laughing like it's a joking matter. We heard today that the LEC was going to be reduced from the Guinea side. Guinea supplies Liberia with electricity, and they announced that they were having technical difficulties. So, because of their technical difficulties, they were going to reduce the amount of electricity that they were going to be supplying to the Liberia. And it says maintenance work to affect regional electricity imports to Liberia. The Liberia Electricity Corporation informs the public that it has received official communication that its regional counterparts regarding scheduled maintenance work on their transmission network. Maintenance activities will be carried out on its 225 kV transmission lines from March 26 to March 28 between the hours of 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. daily. And this, people are saying, it sounds very suspicious because it's at the same time Guinea is now, refusing to leave the border. And all of this is happening around the same time when we're having this problem at the border. Now they're saying they're going to reduce the power to Liberia. We have seen where this week it was reported that Joseph Boakai had reached out to the French president, Emmanuel Macron, and asked for help and support to negotiate with Guinea. And then Macron refused to help. He refused to step in because there's a bad blood between the Guinea and France. So one of the things about foreign policy is you should never ask if you know the answer is going to be no. That's why you use your intermediaries. That's why you use the people who are at a lower level to start asking those questions to see if there's going to be anyone who's going to be receptive on the other side. You don't just start calling the president and asking questions and you know the answer is going to be no because it's going to be an embarrassment to the country. So what we see here is a problem that has continued on. It's not resolved. Taiwan Gunglo has called for an investigation, and I think he even said he wants to look into impeachment of Joseph Boakai over this border issue. So this is becoming a major, major issue in the country. Lavetta, you made it.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Tell us a little bit about the Guinea issue before you get into your news.
Okay, is that me?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, the Guinea issue, the situation at the Liberia Guinea border, still citizens as per latest reports still continue to live in fear, and in fact, key amongst those fear now is that the farming season is already near. In April, uh, the people in the rural parts, citizens in the rural parts of the country, normally they start to do their farming, cutting, felling trees and brushing and what have you. But because of the current situation in the surrounding areas now, They have feared that they might not be able to do any farming or carry out any farming activities because of the situation currently at the border, the Salamba port of entry. And so this is a serious challenge to them. And a friend of a media colleague of mine in the county, he has been speaking with some of those people. In fact, they're saying that they need the government to do something about this because it is, most of the people in the rural parts, they depend on farming. They live basically on their cash crops and what have you. They go to the farm, plant their rice, and they harvest. Or if they do not have, rice to harvest, then it's going to be a serious problem to them. Some of them, in fact, the little cash that they have been saving to do other things, they've spent those cash now, and so it's a serious challenge to them because they cannot go around the area, around the border area. If sometimes you remember one time the director there, one of the directors, Sati, had told the young people and residents around there not to go to where the Guineans are. If they
Right.
need anything, yeah, they should get in contact with them. Even the security there, the immigration, whenever they want to communicate, they will only signal the Guineans, and then they have conversations. So it's a serious challenge to them now. Yeah.
Lavetta, can you hear me?
Pavetta, can you hear who's asking?
Uh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Okay. You have any updates on the Guinea border situation?
The situation with the Guinea border issue is still the same. Yeah. I think recently I saw in the news I think Yeke Koluba saying that and that piece of land belonging to Guinea. So the situation still the same. Yeah.
So, I thought, what did he exactly say? Because it's created a big blow up now, and they're saying they want to either suspend him or punish him or impeach him or remove him, expel him. But what was he saying? Can you expand on that?
Yeah. So upon the arrival, because I was also at the airport when the district 10 lawmaker arrived, and he had been saying, in fact, when he got at the airport, we received him. He said, well, his he has received information. He has sources from Guinea. His sources had informed him that uh, the land in question that the Guineans are claiming, so according to him, his sources are informing that the land belongs to Guinea.
Okay.
So when he made that statement, and so he said the land is for Guinea. My sources have told me that the land, is for Guinea. Predicated upon that, his colleagues, it raised concern amongst colleagues and in the Liberian community, in the entire nation. But it has not, the situation or the impeachment saga had not been, according to when I on Wednesday morning, while on the show here, I spoke with the director of press for public affairs, Robert Haynes. In fact, prior to that, he also spoke with one of our reporters here, which we carried in our news. And then the next morning, Wednesday, tried to reach out to him. Wanted to bring him on to take him through the phone to make clarity on that as to whether there is any thing on the floor that the lawmakers, that the House, wants to impinge Representative Yeke Koluba. He said, well, I spoke with one of your reporters, but let me say it, that there is no official statement from the
Mhm.
House of Representatives that, they want to impinge Representative Yeke Koluba. It is now official. There's nothing like that on the official Facebook page as well of the House. And then also this morning, they public relations officer in the office of Speaker Kuhn, Richard Kuhn. Vesely Sumo was also on our Friday's platform with our presenters, the Kia Money Show Fridays presenters. They were here, and he said to them that, well, um, the lawmakers, there's not anything like that Speaker Kun, has ever called that. Okay, they're coming back to session
Mhm.
because of the impeachment of Representative Columbus. There's not been anything of such. But if just in case they come back and it pops up or it comes out, that, well, um, they would talk something like that. But as of now, the lawmakers have not, there's not been an official statement.
Right.
Yeah, and one of the lawmakers who was the first to also made a statement, Sino County District Number 3 Representative Alex Noah, he said on Spoon Talk that, well, in fact, he distanced himself from the any impeachment saga that was going on, talking about that. He distanced himself. He said there are key issues confronting the nation currently. The major issue, the border issue, is a national concern that they should tackle rather than thinking on the impeachment of Representative Yaka Kaluva and other lawmakers that we have, personally interacted with. They've also said that, well, in fact, calling on for the impeachment of Representative Kaluva is going to take it's not a 1-2 months thing. You have to go to maybe 3-4-5 months. You have to send it to the Senate and go to the Supreme Court and what have you. You need signatures, so it'll require a whole lot of money because you have to. There should be some alleged bribery that will go on to pay. Tell somebody you got to put your signature. You have to pay them some money. So it's gonna cost a whole lot of money. It's a waste of funds. So they have said, but some of us, in fact, we're not gonna be part of that. And so it's just the conversation
Mm.
around. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think he was trying to tell people that this is not something that's just simple because at that time they had taken pictures, they signed a communique for peace, and we were all thinking or led to believe, based on the pictures and the communique, that it was done, it was just a peaceful thing. But then we started seeing the Guinean soldiers crossing again, and actions speak louder than words. So we were confused because those two things just don't add up. And then Yeke Kolobastet came out and said the Guinean people are thinking this is their land. So this is not uh, um, something that is simple. And now we know that it's been days, almost weeks, I think, that this situation has been going on.
It's roughly 2 weeks. We're going to the third week now into this matter.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I just have something I wanted to, Representative Kolba also, when we quizzed him behind the scenes, some of us who have personal relationship with him, uh, he made reference to the a statement that was made what was written on the Executive Mansion Facebook page by the Presidential Press Secretary, Kula Fofana. Yes. So she has written, prior to the departure of President Boakai, when he was going to Guinea, uh, she wrote before the president even left, before he could even arrive at the airport. She wrote uh, on the page, the Executive Mansion page, that President Boakai had already departed uh, the the country via the Rabat International Airport. So I just sent that you can check in the chat room is there. So the area that is cycled, the paragraph that is cycled there.
Mhm.
So he said when he went through, and there, I'm just going to go straight there, right? Recent incidents in the Solomba area of Foya District, Lofa County, have raised concern among residents and local authorities following reports of confrontations between Guinean soldiers and Liberian civilians near the border. Local sources indicated that tensions intensified after Guinean troops crossed into territory claimed by Liberia near Solomba, a border community in Lofa County. So he has said that if the executive mansion will make a statement owing to if the land in question is for Liberia, is on Liberian soil, why would the executive mansion refer to that portion of a land that a territory that is claimed or that has been claimed by Liberia when the land is already here? So he said, also his statement. Why is it that they did not? There has not been a question, to Kula Fofana, the president, the press secretary, and also when Minister Pia, Jeremy Pia, the information minister, after concerns were raised, Liberians were having different thoughts, and he made a statement at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing that, well, if you think that all is okay or war is there, then we're not doing anything. You can volunteer your services. We'll give you guns and you go to the border. So he said, why is it that these people are making these statements and they're not going after them? But I have said my sources have informed me that the land is for Guinea and they're saying they want to impinge me. So all of those things, just been playing around.
Well, why would and that's another thing. Why would the information minister
Mhm.
say to the Liberian people, if you want to if you want to go and get a gun and go to the border and fight? I mean, this is the government.
Yeah.
They always have this free cheek. They always just, you know, always running their mouth saying things like, the other day they would say, well, there's a ministry of bread and butter. You want me to go around giving people bread and butter?
Yeah. Yeah. The finance minister,
From the minister.
Augustine
And-
Gabor.
yeah, and Joseph Borka at a recent event said, "Oh, people who are hand to mouth will be saying, can we eat schools?" You know, they have this attitude. A lot of them are on. In fact, Mike Jabate, he was on complaining that people keep asking him for money, and then the very next day, he found out he doesn't even have a position. His position is not even
It's
a
not
constitutional
constitutional.
position.
Mhm.
And the day before, he was complaining that people keep asking him for money, inviting him to events so that he can give money. You have so many of them online complaining. It was another representative complaining that, oh, people keep asking me for money. The Unity Party is like they take people for granted. But let me go ahead, Lavetta, give us the trending news.
All right, so today's trending news update. Flag questions River G spending. Youth wins over 46,000 United States dollars was used to renovate the superintendent's compound amid poor schools and unfinished projects. NEC Youth to address State of the Youth Tuesday. The NEC Youth Wing announced a press conference Tuesday at 1 p.m. in Monrovia to discuss the state of the youth. Organizers said they will outline concerns and propose actions on education, jobs, and civil participation and take questions from reporters. Supreme Court holds Nana trial. Justice Kaba orders a stay and summons George Willie April now over revenue fairness concerns in the taxi driver murder case. Co-Com Alliance FIFA presidential hopefuls team cites a civil law court injunction that suspends Liberia Football Association elections pending a challenge to the guidelines legality. Deaf team protests at Boaka home. Athletes won missed tournaments in Cameroon and Serbia unless France releases funds. Labor Minister flex jobs equal pay. Councillor Cooper Crab pledges action on unemployment and gender pay equity, welcoming a new labor clinic partnership. The Labor Minister's website shows no job ads and has published no report on job creation, despite claims over 70,000 jobs, leaving the claim unexplained. Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency arrests 600 plus in 5 months. The agency says it seized over $652 million in illicit drugs and earlier US 4 million in stock, urging public tips amid a crackdown backed by ECOWAS and local partners. UK involves pushes disability access. Britain's charge affairs pledges to help Liberia's Disabilities Commission expand PWD and women's participation in children scholarships through applications training. Far women get 20 years for child trafficking. George Roosevelt Willis sentences Halimatu Darama, Grace Zese, Hawa Kamara, Harrietta Biaze, and Famata Do over moving 14 children towards Mali for exploitation. Gender Ministry hails verdict. Gonglo threatens Bouaka impeachment draft. LPP leader Tiawan Gonglo said he will campaign to arrest the president if there's no probe into alleged illegal border mining. Warning it risks Liberia Guinea tension. Power constraints continue as LDC warns of Morovia outages amid energy independence critique. LDC warned of interruptions from CLSG maintenance and lower imports while longer-term capacity plans advance. In a related development, the Liberia Electricity Corporation says scheduled Transco CLSG maintenance 22 K 225 kV lines March 26 to 28 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily, and EDF generation issues will reduce imports and cause outages in Morovia and nearby areas, feeding public frustration over Liberia's slow progress towards energy independence. Those were the latest updates.
Thank you, Lavetta. Yes, I listened to your news and I went on the Ministry of Labor website. Have you gone on that website lately? This minister put his picture, his face, the whole first page is his big face. I don't understand. Why don't you have jobs for people to apply on the ministry, the labor ministry website? But you have a picture, your big face on the first page of the website. The ministry, the labor ministry has no jobs to apply for, but they are selling labor permits. That's what they're doing. Selling to foreigners labor permits in the Ministry of Labor. So, I just don't understand this government. But thank you so much, Lavetta, for the news updates. Are you
All right.
staying? Are you staying with us for a while?
I guess still a little bit
Stay a little
because
bit. Okay, let us know when it gets too late.
okay.
But I listened to your news update, and you were saying that Taiwan Gonglo has expressed a lot of frustration. Now he endorsed the Unity Party in the election, and now
Yeah.
he's calling for their impeachment. What do you think of that, Lavetta?
What Uh, what I think about that is, I think he is, feeling somehow about the way the government is running, the way things are going right now, especially based upon the Liberia and Guinea, situation. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is we don't know what is happening because the president is not explaining to us really what's
Yeah.
going on. He he every statement that they come out with is basically the same information of, well, we're using diplomacy, we are speaking to our partners, don't be too excited, we want peace, we're working on this, we're in control. But then we start seeing them moving into a different town, and that doesn't show us that you're in control, especially when the border is so unprotected and we don't have a strong military force to counter Guinea. And the world is at war. Uh, Ukraine and Russia are into it. So all of those European countries are focused on trying to make sure their country is secure and it doesn't spread in that area. Then you have the United States, Israel, and Iran. Iran is bombing Dubai, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and all of these countries, Jordan, they're all involved in this situation as well. So, Liberia found itself in the middle of a problem because we're not prepared, because this government was more concerned with spending money on themselves, buying cars that cost $1 million, $10 million FOIA presidential palace, taking trips that cost $16 million. They were focusing on wasting, wasting, wasting. The vice president just bought a fleet of cars for his staff and himself instead of investing in our military, our border security. You know what I think made Liberia strong was in the region, the West African region, Liberia used to have the best schools, the best hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
So even though we were not a large country, even though we were not a big country, even though we didn't have the most important military, we had what they wanted. We had the only five-star hotel was Hotel Africa. People used to travel to Africa. They would come to Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
Liberia used to export seafood, export shrimp, export fish to the rest of the world. So we used to have strong industries. We had strong schools. We actually trained people in Nigeria, in Ghana, and Sierra Leone in medicine and education. And we can still be that strong country. We can still go back to being that strong country. If we did it before, we can do it again. But that is what we need to do in order to build ourselves up in the region. Because right now, we're asking them to supply us with electricity. Come on now. We have to depend on Guinea, on Ivory Coast for electricity.
Mhm.
We have to depend on other countries for everything. And at this point, the Unity Party is not showing us that it knows how to manage the government, manage foreign policy. And one of the articles on Liberia Future TV we posted was, why doesn't Joseph Boakai ask Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, George Weah, Alexander Cummings to use their connections too? You have people in the country that have connection. George Weah has connection all over the world. He is a well-known soccer star. People all over the world admire him. Uh, why doesn't why don't they call him and say, Can you help? What can you do? What phone calls can you make?" You know, Alexander Cummings was working in Coca-Cola Africa, all throughout Africa. All of these different leaders in Africa, he knows them. In Europe and in America, why not tap into him and say, "Can you help? What can you do? Who can you call?" And of course, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she was the first female president in Africa. So she also has connections all across the world. And she also operates her Amuja program with leaders, female leaders all over. So again, you have people, you have resources that can help with the situation. But it's a pride, they have this pride that they don't want to pick up the phone and say, "We need help. We need help. This is getting out of hand." Um, Jefferson, you have anything you want to add before we move on?
On the electricity.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's just, in recent times, as you may be aware, prior to this release that the LEC put out yesterday, we've been, in fact, we've flagged this. We've been experiencing serious power outages across the country. So there was this when we started to say that there seems to be power distribution uh, in Monrovia and its environs. Some, especially those who are from the Unity Party, who believe that when journalists are being critical, then it means they are opposition journalists. But when you speak in their favor, when you speak good things about what the government has done, and then you become, a partisan journalist. So we've been raising this issue about power outages across the city, and at one point in time posted on my Facebook page that um, nowadays when you pass, during the rainy season, you could not, hear the sound of a generator. But nowadays, when you walk the streets of Monrovia, the various stores and shops, you hear the sounds of generators, taking over, and you see smoke everywhere. And it was just the beginning of what we of the release that the library electricity put out. That was just the beginning because it has been a serious challenge. Sometimes the current will come, like here, you and drive here, we will not have current, but when you check on Clay Street, between Clay Street and Camp Johnson Road up there, and around the AMEU, you'll see lights on the poles. But at Raditown Market here, the Sonny community, no lights. What is going on? This could be power outage. I live Broadview, Christopolis community. So opposite Christopolis, about College Junction there, opposite Christopolis is the Bible College. So behind the Bible College, going that side, one morning, while coming to work early in the morning, it was in fact 4:45 to 5 a.m. I was just standing, waiting, for the van to come pick me up, and the street was dark. When I was going home, it was dark that night. But when I came back again the same morning, my side was dark, and just across the road there was current. So I'm standing here. The quota is just between. Yes, then I'm seeing lights, but the pole right on top of me is off, and the pole opposite me is on. What is going on? I reported that, and it was like, oh, you can be reporting all kinds of things. But it is just, this when they reported now, they put out a release that the electricity corporation, the Guinean, the electricity company in Guinea had technical issues. And so the last night, Madam Gibson. When I went home, I met the current. I was being told that the current came by 8. So when I left the office here, I left from here. I got home almost 11:30, and so um, I got taking shower by 12. I was on the phone 1 o'clock, and the light went off. Just imagine the lights went off all through. I was home all through this morning up to 10, 11. I could not see light. Still, the light did not come on. It was just this evening I was told that, oh, current just came. So, as in this power distribution, they will give certain community current, and then the other place will be off. But it's just something that I remember back then, Madam Salif, the German government had told Madam Salif that they wanted to invite into electricity. Why can't we build, a dam that, or a new hydro that will supply Montserrat and other parts, and then, so that, because they were looking at the future ahead, but then was said that no, just bring the money, we can repair this hydro, the man coffee hydro, and it will do pretty well. And here we are today.
Right.
Now we have, yes, this challenge, and it is something that is affecting everybody now. Those who are selling cold water, they have some people who sell, these cold storage, products like the chicken feet and the chickens. What they sell, they buy them, take them home. I mean, if it doesn't finish and you have to store them and you don't have electricity, what happens? I mean,
It's
it gets
spoiled.
spoiled. So you buy water, you need to sell the next morning. The water is not cool. How do you sell? It's just there. Sometimes it stays in the box for some time, and they send from there now, and it start to, the water start to spoil. You not sell. So it is just bad. You praise LEC. I remember back then, before you come in quickly, um, when the United Party had this their rally and their fundraiser, they guys there, the young people were there celebrating LEC, so that it was in essence that LEC was doing well. But we're in rainy season. They forgot that dry season would have come. Now here we are, and we enter rainy season, and we have a serious challenge with LEC. That you don't praise LEC during the rainy season. It is the dry season that will tell you that, oh, LEC is stable. But it is, on a serious note, the problem with LEC in this country is a very serious challenge, and it is a serious challenge. Businesses are complaining everywhere you pass now. Noise, the sound of the generator has taken over the city. Madam Gibson
And the price of gas has gone
has
up.
increased.
Has
Oh yeah,
increased.
it has increased.
So that's a problem because it costs more now to use your generator, and the electricity is not stable. And I was listening to an interview that Chairman Gould from the ANC did, and there were some callers who call in and said, why doesn't Alexander Cummings build a factory? Why doesn't he just make a factory and employ thousands of Liberians? It's the same reason why there's not other factories in Liberia. Do you think if factory make money in Liberia, the Lebanese, the Chinese, and the Indian would not have built a factory by now?
Oh yeah.
The reason why is because electricity and energy cost is too high in Liberia. They don't have consistent electricity. They have to buy it from other countries, so it's just expensive.
Mhm.
And then when you don't have electricity, you have to run a generator. What kind of generator are you going to buy to run a factory? So by the time you pay all this money for electricity, the products that you're making, you cannot sell them competitively, where other countries don't have to pay as much for electricity. They can make a chair for $5 and sell it to you for $7. But in Liberia, you make that same chair, you might have to sell it for $10. And so you, the consumer, you're looking at the same chair, you want to buy it for $10 or $7. You would pick the cheaper one. So factory right now does not make money in Liberia because of the electricity cost. The energy cost is too high. You cannot run machines on solar. You need electricity. And these are some of the problems that Alexander Cummings is saying we have to fix. We have to fix in the country if we want to bring jobs in the country. Because LEC is a problem. The border right now, is a problem. And we're not seeing any real movement. We're not seeing any real resolution in that area at all. But Lavetta, you did some interviews. You went to Ashman Street.
Yeah, I went there. It was on yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, at the More Than Me Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the school that have benefited from the Cummins Africa Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play that video.
All right, folks. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, based upon your locations. Welcome to LIB Future TV. My name is Lavetta Davis. I'm right here on Ashmore Street in the nation's capital, Monrovia, right in front of the More Than Me Academy. This school have over hundreds of female students. For the matter of fact, this is one of the institutions that have benefited from the Cummins Africa Foundation. A few years ago, this school received huge supplies for their students from the Cummins Africa Foundation. Wherever you are watching, this is LIB Future TV. Stay with us, keep following our page as we continue to showcase the workings of Alexander Benedict Cummins in Liberia, and as we also fill you in with latest happenings in Liberia. Stay with us, follow our page. Don't you go away.
So Lavetta, this is a all girls school. Hello? I'm not hearing you.
Go ahead.
Yes, I said yes.
Okay. And what tell us a little bit about, if you know, what was the donation, do you know?
Sanitary pad, but when I got there, I was told that I should go back next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they wanted to get all of the information, but they do agree that the donation was made. Yeah, so they say I should just go back next week and they will give me all of the necessary information that I needed to get.
Okay, yeah. So it was female supplies to that school, so girls' school.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's look at this video. This is another interview.
A pleasant good evening and welcome to the program Have Your Say. Have Your Say comes on the Elites TV from Monday to Friday. And today I'm at the university campus where we'll be speaking on a wide range of issues about Mr. Cummins Foundation as it relates to the scholarship program he has been offering for many students at the University of Liberia, including Fenner and main campus, Stella Maris. He provided computer labs to other schools, the STEM school, and other schools across the country. And today we'll be speaking to some young people at the University of Liberia campus, respectively speaking on the issue of the Cummins Foundation. So stay tuned. We'll get to you shortly. Okay, so we are here with this young brother at the University of Liberia. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Do you care to tell what's your name and what are you studying at the University of Liberia?
I'm student Terry J. Johnson, or junior and senior student at the University of Liberia. I study in public administration major, and the emphasis in sociology and mind.
Okay, so we are discussing the Cummins Africa Foundation. I just love to ask you a few questions. How will you describe the difference the Cummins Africa Foundation is making for students at the University of Liberia, Stella Maris, and the STEM Institute, and for small business receiving loan in Liberia?
So, Mr. Kumis is, I can use the word aspirant that once run at or in the 2017 election. Also, he ran as a candidate for president in the 2023 election, where in 2017 we saw a massive output in Liberia. It's all in the world. It's a nature that whenever you see more people follow you because you are impacting their lives. Whatsoever impactation in one's life, they will follow you. So, one, Mr. Kumo is a person that believes in education. And of recent, we are witness on the University of Liberian campus. Each university, such as Stella Maris Polytechnic, the University of Liberia, Smart University, the AU or AUWA, the African or the Advantage, West African University, and also our stars on the FE, College of Science and Technology. He has offered now 40 funded scholarship for those students to be able to learn to their fingertip. So, Mr. Kumis is a person that believes in education. He also believes in empowerment. Why he loan market women's money to go and do many businesses to be able to feed their families and children around town, that they will be able to pay back in sufficient time that will meet their expectation. Because Mr. Kumis is a consultant man that have vision for Liberia.
So, in what way does Kumis support, one may ask, in what way does Kumis support computer for schools, scholarship, and microcredit stand out among private contribution to Liberia education and enterprise?
So, Mr. Kumis is a man that believes also in tech. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Kumis provides at the College of Nima County, he provides an amount of $5.2 million Liberian dollars to be able to facilitate them in terms of computer. Which of course we know that the College of Nima County is a governmental institute that should be fully funded and budgeted by the government of Liberia. But based on financial lapses, I can say it's irrelevant. Why is irrelevant? Because our lawmakers and our government officials only focus on their belly and their family. But see an individual, even though he have an ambition to become a president of this nation, which of course is positive, but he took upon his own money to spark campaigning era or electoral process or electoral era into his own funders and go and support the Nima College in terms of engineering and technology. Also, I still not to be corrected, but he gave a generator that can be or that is able to feed the BWI University with electricity when there is no current.
Wow.
To be able to facilitate them in terms of learning environment where there is computer lab running. Imagine, brother, going to a computer lab where you don't have or do not have, or you do not have electricity to put your computer on. You know, most people don't understand the fact that computer and laptop is different.
Yep.
Laptop is a gadget that is used to work current when you charge it. But computer or desktop is used with electricity. And most universities around town only use desktop in their computer laboratory.
Okay, so lastly, how do you assess Alexander Cummins as a servant leader? How will you assess him?
I was assessing to be a positive leader of Liberia because I understand that. Sorry, let me fold my book because I was doing my assignment. So, as I was saying, I will assess Mr. Cummins to be a positive leader. that will be a great access to the country as large. Because Mr. Kumu once said that when you become president, you have a spontaneous leadership fund where he will be able to transfer ministers that he appointed based on their performance to another ministry. We saw that during President 80 days, where she transferred minister and Liberia was progressing. So as for me, if you ask me to grade Mr. Kumi on access basis, or how will you provide or have an input on the Liberia economy, I would say it would be 95%, because as for me, I don't give anybody 100%.
So you say, what's your name again?
My name is student Terry J. Johnson of the University of Liberia, or student that is telling you public administration and sociology manner.
It was a pleasant talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it.
So he was studying sociology and public administration. He's a junior in University of Liberia. What are your thoughts, Lavetta?
Yeah, he spoke his mind. And, you know, he talks about Elizanakome is a good leader. He will grade him 95% because he don't give people 100%. But he spoke well. It is good when you see someone who has the capacity to lead, and you see some of the good works the person has carried on. You to talk about that, and that is exactly what he was doing there. Yeah.
Jefferson?
Yeah, so the young man, listened to him. He basically outlined some of the good things. In fact, that Mr. Cummings has done, naming some of those institutions that have benefited personally from his kind gesture, with his own money, where he mentioned about over $5 million. He contributed to the Nima College, and also a generator to BWI, and so Stars University giving computers and what have you, owing to the fact that the world now is evolving technologically, is evolving, and we're in a 21st century. So everyone should be computer literate as well. So talking about those things, and so he said that, well, based on all of those things that Mr. Cummings, has done, and then the mindset that he has for education, he believes that, well, Mr. Cummings could be the best person to lead the country because he's a visionary character. He has a vision that could could improve the Liberian society, could improve the economy better because a nation that is um, highly literate stands to benefit a lot. And also, one thing he made mention of, which Madam Salih did, is about the reshuffling of his administration, and so which is a very key component of every administration. You cannot keep one minister or one official of government in a particular space, whether the person is performing or not, because if you keep them there, you don't know the relationship between the person, that official, and the employees, the staffers there as well. And perhaps the person is not making impact, they're just there, they have the knowledge, all they do is just wait at the end of the month, get their salaries and what have you, whether the ministry is improving. So reshuffling is one of the best thing a president could do, to know the actual strength, to know as to whether his officials are working and they're helping him in improving the nation. So he believes in all of those things, that Mr. Cummings is well suited to improve the country, to make Liberia better. And so and I would say that is a very good thing. um, you don't have to be president before you do what the people want. So if you're doing these things, Liberians out there, the student community are watching. The student community, the students are there, they saying, well, we can see this, perhaps what this man has done for us. I think once he's there, he's going to do even more than what he's doing now, empowering the nation, is through education and STEM and other things. It's a good thing.
Well, the thing that I heard was this is somebody from Point Four, just like any other kid in Liberia. Grew up selling just like his mother was sending him door to door to pick up her orders. And look how successful he became just from his own hard work, going
Mm,
to school, working hard in business, rising through the ranks of business and becoming, one of the most successful people in the world. I mean, Mr. Cummings is not just a successful person in Liberia, in the world.
mm,
So when I say in the world, I mean the largest companies in the world call Mr. Cummings for his advice.
mm,
That is how smart and how successful he became. And he's come right from Liberia. But he didn't forget Liberia. He could go live in Switzerland. He could go live in France. He decided he was going to come back to Liberia and he was not going to forget the common average person. He donates to schools, but pays for scholarships, pays WIAC fees, buys generator for colleges. This young man talk about uh, all of the giving that he's done in the area of education. Now, if he is doing this with his own money out of his own pocket, what will he do with the budget? He's going to invest that money into Liberians. And Liberia will benefit from it because he's not taking his own money and keeping it and spending it on himself only. He's giving it back to Liberia as a private citizen. So when he has the budget, that's who he's going to spend the money on. And that is the difference between what you see Mr. Cummings trying to do and others. The current government spends $50 million a year on salaries for the legislature. $16 million traveling hotel, first class flights, going different places, per diem, cars for themselves, but spending money building FOIA mansions. That's what they're doing with the Liberian people money. Mr. Cummings is saying we're going to spend the money on education, on security, on protecting the border, stopping drugs, fixing the country because that's what Liberia really needs. We need a serious change in the country because if not, if we keep going the way we are going, it's only going to get worse. So we have to make a change now because in Liberia, a presidency is 6 years. That's almost a decade. If you think about it, it's almost a 10-year period, So you have to choose and choose wisely. You have anything you want to add to that, Lavetta, before we move on?
No.
No. Jefferson?
Well, basically, I think we've exhausted that. Yeah, so I think we can move on.
We can move on to our last topic.
Yeah.
Our last topic, Jefferson, is the gas prices. The
So
gas.
yes.
Yes. Thank you, Lavetta. Thank you so much for staying with us.
Okay.
Get home safe.
Yeah.
Yes, the gas prices. Let me play an interview we did this week.
Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the program. Have your say on LIB Future TV. As we all are aware, On March 14, 2026, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry Liberia, in collaboration with the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, announced an increase in the price ceiling for petroleum products on the Liberian market. Today I'm here in the nation's capital, Monrovia. I'm specifically on Maggie Street, one of the busiest streets in Monrovia where you find people selling on a daily basis, to get the views of Liberians, how they are coping with the current situation of the transportation fare. Wherever you are, my name is Lovetta Davis. Stay tuned as I try to get some Liberians here talking this afternoon. All right, so I have one keke rider here. Let's talk to him. Good afternoon. Yeah, welcome to the platform. What is your name?
Samuel Mumu.
All right. Samuel who?
Samuel Mumu.
All right. So Samuel, how are you coping right now with the gasoline price? How much are you buying gasoline?
I buy gas 920.
920. And where are you running from?
I'm running from Douala to Inter.
Douala to Inter. What are you charging right now? Because we are told that there is an increase in the fare.
Yeah, I charge the passenger 150 because someone will charge me 200 to complain.
How much were you charging before?
I see 150 was charging.
Okay, so you said that's charging the same
Yeah,
amount.
still charging the same price because not everybody can afford 200.
All right. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
All
right, welcome to the platform. Have your say on LIB Future TV. What is your name?
My name is Paul B. Sherry.
Paul B. Sherry?
Yeah.
Okay, so Paul, how much are you buying the gasoline right now?
It's $910 for the gasoline. You can see that.
Okay. $910.
Yeah.
So where are you riding from?
From Abnataya to Douala, $200.
200 you're charging the passengers?
200, yes.
Well, how much were you charging before?
150.
But don't you think that is too much?
Yeah, because we're buying the gas expensive at 900, so you can't spend the gas someone for 150 again.
Okay. All right, so what is your name again?
My name is Paul B. Sherry.
All right, Paul. Thank you so much for being our camera.
That's a pleasure.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome to the platform. Have your say. What is your name?
I'm Reverend Samuel Boto.
Okay, already. So how are you coping with the transportation fare at the moment?
The transportation fare in the country now is not good. It's not fair. Because they said gas price is up, everything is up.
So they are overcharging you?
They are overcharging. Whenever you are traveling a distance, what we used to pay, I think 100 now is 150.
So how much are you paying from here to where you are going currently?
From here, when I'm going, presently, my son and myself, we are going to pay 1,200 from in-town to Graceland.
So that is the amount you pay every day?
That's why we got to pay every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who do you think is to bring in this case?
Oh, we want for the government to get involved because...
Who do you think is to bring that right now?
Ministry of Transport. Ministry of Transport.
Okay, Ministry of Transport is to bring.
They are responsible.
Because they are not now we are fixed transportation fare price. All right, so who else to bring in this case?
What we do, I told you for the earlier stage that the government has to regulate the prices.
Okay.
They can put food down and see to it that the citizens do not live in that kind of condition.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So what is your name again?
Reverend Samuel Boto.
Thank you so much for speaking to our camera.
So Jefferson, I mean, we already were struggling, and now the prices have gone up for Liberians in transportation.
Yeah, and the thing it is just alarming. As a matter of fact, the situation is alarming now. And yesterday, the Ministry of Transport they released their transport fare, affecting other areas, like drivers and what have you. But the thing is, the concern about the transportation fare now will be the enforcement aspect of it. Many times, there have been many occasions where the Ministry of Transport has, they have released this transportation fare with no implementation, no enforcement. Sometimes they release the fares. For example, there was a time where they released that from Broad Street to Douala in taxi was 100 Liberian dollars. But they were interested to note that the very day it was released, you know, that their statement was released, drivers continued to charge $150 up to current.
Mm.
So, yes, um, up to current. So it's just I mean, the kind of like weakness on the government's part, that they will say something and they don't enforce it. There's no enforcement into anything they said. They say today. How will you say? And let me. I will tell you this. It was Sunday, because normally uh, I don't normally get on vehicles like that, but that evening, after I left the radio Sunday on my way home, I got on this commercial vehicle. When we got to Douala, if I was in it, it was around 9 p.m. I gave the driver the $100. Madam Gibson, the man got down from his vehicle, attempted to fight me. That I
What?
should give him $150. I said the fare, in fact, the Minister of Transport fare is $100. I'm not going to give you any more money aside
Mm.
of that, the $100. He refused to hold the money. He got down from his vehicle, wanted to fight, started raising noise. Other people, and this is the saddest part of it, right? Our own Liberians, they are the ones that will always have this thing going on. They will always be on the side of the wrong. Many Liberians will be on the side of the wrong. Jackie, the man, the 150, you see in the time 9 after 9. What does the time have to do with yes, how does that, I mean, concerns me when it is $100 I'm supposed to pay. But I'm not buying gas. I said, but it is you don't have to tell me. So, and I did not pay in that money. It was somebody who wanted to waste money. I call that a waste. Who wanted to waste money, took the $50, gave it to him, and he started calling me criminal and what have you. And
Wow.
yeah, even the people, those who were sitting there, your feet are on. Oh, you won't pay the man money, you ride the man car. And I was like, you people, some of you are the ones that got Liberia where we are today, because the right things you're supposed to do, you're not doing. How can you come in defense of this driver when you know that from here to Broad Street or from Broad Street to come dollar is $100, and you tell me to pay but you didn't like, you the only person in the country, I mean, all people can pay the 150 to go and 150. I said, but it can't work with me. And we have,
Mm-mm.
yeah. So it's just the enforcement. The Ministry of Transport should have inspectors. They should work with the police now, even though they've taken their the vehicle registration from them, but now they are now instituting or releasing statements on transportation fares, the regulation. But they should work with the police to enforce this, to regulate this, because that's going to be some serious, fight sometimes between drivers and passengers. Eh,
Mm.
yes, honestly, there will be fight between drivers and passengers because the gasoline price is there. It's not been settled yet, and then they release transportation fares. I mean, it's just going to be conflicting. Seriously, it's going to be conflicting. What I'm keep saying.
Yeah, well, people were already struggling. We already had people who were struggling before to sell their market, to, travel through the country. And now, with prices being higher, it's even more of a struggle on people. And what I learned was that the government doesn't have any gas in reserve. There's no strategic gas reserves set aside for emergencies. So, in the time like this, when Iran, the Strait of Hormuz, there's no oil ships going through by Iran because of the war that's happening. There's less gas being sold in the countries in the world, so gas prices are up. We
Yeah.
have to always be prepared for that rainy day. That's what my mother said. Always prepare for that rainy day. You never know what's going to happen. Most countries who think ahead of time have a oil reserve. They call it strategic oil reserve. That oil reserve is there for times like this, so that if the country really gets in a bad situation, they can release several barrels of oil, several barrels of gas to ease the price tension in the country, so it's not so tight on people. But I heard we don't have that in Liberia. We don't have any kind of strategic oil reserve, so people are paying more, and the government is not prepared for this moment. And like you said, even though they're putting out prices, that doesn't mean that people are following those prices. As you can see, one of the drivers in the video was charging 100 and the other one was charging 150. So, the prices they're charging is what they want to charge. And some of them are charging more than they should just because they can.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is that other concerns has been, in fact, the government knew that they would have come up with this. Uh, it's been this the very day they came out with this increase or the hike, I would say, in the prices of gasoline and fuel oil. What took them so long now to release the transportation fare that they had to go until yesterday before to release it? When it didn't take long for them to release the price of the new prices of gasoline, but then it took them very long time, and because of pressure from, and I want to say it's because of the pressure from Liberians, and then also the media asking questions and what have you. So they just have to come up with this. But why the delay? When you increase the price of gasoline, you said $910 at the pump price, and then $1,080 fuel oil, and then but other people selling boys selling 950, 960. What took you so long that you had to wait until later before you lately came out to do so? It's just, yeah, uh, it is just the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's take calls. Let's hear from the Liberian people. Let's hear what they have to say.
Yeah. Yeah, we can take calls. You out there, you listening to LIB Future TV here on 95.9 Kia Radio. We can take your calls now on 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 081 871 670. The numbers you can call +231 777 959 Call any of these numbers and you will be live on the radio tonight. We are discussing multiple of issues. The issues with Representative Yaka Kaluba's expulsion that has not been official, but it is something that is on circulating. It's been around the corner. But let's take this person on the line. Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah, name me where you join from.
Yeah, I'm Jalo Suleiman joining you from Lane Street.
Suleiman from Lane Street. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to please for you to give me the transport release. I didn't follow it. I'm a driver also. I wanted to know the fare. They want the transport minister release yesterday, please. If you get it, you can give me some.
Okay.
Like from here, Pinsville and FCO, how much they charge in taxi?
You said from Pinsville to
town.
Yes.
Or FC, yes.
It is very, very. So just listen. Perhaps you can just listen. Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm following. Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. So I have I'll read it out shortly. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 0881-871-670 plus 231-777-959 are the numbers you can use to be a part of the conversation this morning. This is LIB Future TV. I have the transportation fare, the various points here this morning, and I'll just read, excuse me, for you while we await course. You can place your course, but let me just read. It is very small. If you don't have good eyes, you're not going to get a glance at them. You have to have a real microscopic eye before you can get some from Broad Street. Okay, let me just read some here from Broad Street. But let me take this call before I come back. Okay, the person went from Broad Street to UL. The proposed price, they have the keke and bus. I want to put a keke and bus. So I don't know. I didn't see taxi. I don't know why they didn't put taxi there. Yeah. Okay. Taxi, Monserrato County taxi transportation fare structures. All right. So from UL to from Broad Street to UL is $30. That's what it said. So the before the previous was 30, but now the proposed is $50. But let me get this person on the line. Welcome, your name and where you call from.
Yeah, my name is Alex Manza, calling from Johnsonville.
From Johnsonville. Welcome, Alex. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Oh, oh,
Oh, Alex, you just went off. You could call back. And so it's from Broad Street to you. It used to be $30, and but even though they said $30, but they were still charging $50 that I remember. So it said it's $50, and then from Broad Street to Monrovia City Hall, previous phase $30. Now it's $50. Alex, welcome back.
yeah. This is Alex Manza, calling from Johnsonville.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, where we live, this guy now going by the new transport have been released by the government. They are doing their own thing.
From Johnsonville to where?
From our end, the charging off from Kizzy Camp to Peloton Junction, the charging $100.
From Kisikan to Peloton Junction?
Yeah, 100 on motorbike.
Wow. And how much you used to pay previously?
$50. $50. Seen it?
Wow.
So the government gotta do something about it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's take Derek P. Jala from the CDC. Derek, good morning. Welcome to the show tonight.
Good morning. Hey, good morning to your listening audience and your co-host.
No.
My name is
Derek. 1 minute. I'm just the producer. The host is, and I'm Catherine Gibson. I'm just the producer.
Catherine Gibson. I call you from the headquarters of the Congress for Democratic Change.
I mean, you can sleep over there.
Let me see.
You can
sleep. Headquarters.
You can sleep to the
It's
headquarters.
a party headquarters.
So you can.
It's a public.
So you can sleep there.
It's a public. I have to tell me where I go.
Go ahead.
So I will question you to say why you sleep there. So what question or people are our headquarters or not?
Go ahead, Derek.
But to the issue is it's just quite unfortunate where we have regulation in price. It will bring vibration passing. Or I even my experience that because I know more. Let's say in time to Concord Town, when I go down, I get a man money. He said, "Oh no, this is not fair." I begin to insist. I pay. The thing the government do is to regulate these things. Now we have transport ministry. That's ministry job. So at that point now, who is to regulate? How the government is confused, they're doing things out of the way. When you say these things, when some of our brothers get angry, but this is people get bro.
Derek, your line is coming in distorted. You want to call back? Yeah, perhaps you could end the call and call back, Derek. But let's take this person on this line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me know where you call from.
I'm calling from Main Street.
From Lane Street, welcome. Please lower your monitor. Go ahead.
Johnson, calling from Main Street.
Okay, Johnson.
Yeah, it happened yesterday that I went to Power Valley. I grew up. Okay, this guy was charging me $350. The car on Broad Street.
350 from Broadville, from Bible College?
Yes, from Bible College. So it's 350.
Wow.
So I told him, I said, man, how? He said, that's the first. Ask all the men are here. So I said, man, you have to tell me this to be asking people. But if he, so we the one responsible to be paying your son, to pay transportation, or any other guy,
but Johnson, but Johnson, the thing is, from Bible College to come to Allah, it used to be $100, and so how come now? Then, I mean, extra $250 was added on the $100.
Yeah, and myself I got 30.
From Tuala to come in town. Wow.
I was angry with him, so I look at him for now. I said, man, therefore, if you want that money, I'll give to you because I have something on. I have something on me. I need to go and do it. So therefore, and he was brave to take that money from me. He found it. I gave me 150.
Wow.
Yesterday. So I said, no problem.
Wow.
So we didn't want to have that. We ourselves have a problem. So if you go to see, you will say something. All of us will say, "I'm going to pay the name money and go."
Yeah.
And what they can do. So when you are talking, I really that what they always do.
Yeah.
We are the cause of our problem. Yeah. So thank you for that information.
Thank you so much. Thank you. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother. My name is Henry from Cinco.
Henry from Cinco. Go ahead.
Yeah, in the fair, the people say from Broad Street to Street at $7. So you can be living on the 4th Street, it will be the 670.
It is the government that is to answer that question.
Because I want to tell the child to put me down to the 4th Street and get $70. But today I know that brother was making flour. He took me from 20th Street again. $100 I was steady cheap for him. And you know, I get my change myself. I don't get with him.
From 20th Street to where?
From 20th Street to Broad Street. He charged me $100. And I expect to pay less than I want.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 plus 231 777 959 959 are the numbers you can use tonight. This is LIB Future TV here on 95.9 Care Radio. We're discussing what we've discussed in for a wide range of issues. We talk about the transportation fare. We also talk about the petroleum products, the increase in the price of gasoline, LEC, and other issues as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you call from?
My name is Mr. Bama. I call join the discussion from Single Matari.
From Matari, Buema. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I gotta say, just straight to the government. Yeah, government is easy to run. Government is not somehow or family shit or who shit. When you see something, you lay by word, and you say
and you follow it, you make sure the action be implemented. If I always see something, you don't live for it, you don't follow it, but I don't be implemented. But all I did is say I just fly, I just look at it there. One late chick looking for something to eat. So our lawmaker and our government official, they are a problem for the country. So I would like to tell each and everyone, all our citizens for this country, at the age of 15 from now on, at the age of 15 to the ending of the you'll be party 10, you'll be 18 years. Please, when anybody come around to park you in car to carry to go football, then go and take the money, eat and football. Oh yeah, brother. I did it before when I lived in most of the country. This one fellow he took out in my country. I wonder I saw my $15. I ate it and went football one leg at there. Oh yeah, most of the making when people they win and sit their power. Then I get down, they will get to tear money all of it. I can't be able to give you. So I beg all citizens at the age of 15 from now on until that time I will vision to go in next 14 years. You'll be 18 years, you'll be qualified. Don't allow somebody to choke you and go, you football person, hold that money and go save it. You vote different person and that mean put it by your car and bring it back to the community.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your point. 077-959-959. We're taking more calls this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, we're good. You know where you join us from?
I'm Alpha Star calling from Johnson.
You calling from Johnsonville? Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for this question. Actually, the money making laws free. Because the citizen get power over the government. For sure. Because for instance, if they bring the press regulation, it can work. So it means that the government are working, the citizen working more than the government. So at the end, the money making laws free. They just lead us in just like that. Because the people look at the press and then go against us with it. At the end, they will jump on us. So the government are able, the government just leave together.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning. Well, I didn't cut you off. 777-959-959 077-959-959. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, name me where you call from.
Yeah, my name
Say your name is
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so y'all.
Hello.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, well, as I mean, I'm saying that y'all, well, then in the y'all see in the photo, yeah, power, yeah, power, that the outcome, it will be hard. Yes, y'all can remember, boss study, so that will be hard, it will be hard, it will be soft. But it happened in the country. The bureau government here. The government doing well.
So who should they blame?
Brother,
should they blame what the Bible says?
Yes, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, please. Your brother, our forefather, so you want to get a government. To me, they survive for it. But now, for people there, or government, they have been like government. So, what they want for the government to do?
The government should make it at least their priority, should make it a concern, and make sure that things are okay for the people. That is the reason people go to the polls to elect government. So the government should be the one, the people will talk to. Good morning. Are you there? Okay. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name, where you call from?
This is Edward D. Cooper calling from Cinco.
Cooper from Cinco. Let's hear you, Cooper.
Yeah, so I think the problem there is that we the passenger will listen to the driver, then the fare that the government has released.
Okay.
It is very important for us to follow what the government has released, then to listen to the guy because the guys they are already corrupt. They want to take it from you. So if you have access to the fare and you know the fare from the zero destination, you stick to that. Even if they argue with you, you already know what you're supposed to pay. So let us keep to the fare that the government has released and stop listening to those guys because for them they want to take it from you. Yeah. So I think that is the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, please, yes. Yeah, Nemo, you call from?
Yeah, I think Omen Bayo.
Omen Bayo from where?
From Kira Street.
From where?
Kira Street.
Kira Street. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to talk about because what happened in this hour, the Liberian hour, and they follow corruption. Corruption, they follow are talking about it. They will really charge you higher than the 4% at the back.
Yes. Yeah.
Then the 4% at the back.
You squeeze out, they will squeeze you people at the back there. They squeeze it, no comfort. You sit in a car, no comfort.
No comfort. Then they charge you more.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Those number of people we need and the security. The security, that's the police. The police go now with the people. You know, even when you're talking to the police, it's not demanding. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So seriously, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
So seriously, and the drama they will get you right in the country here. The drama there, I don't know. I don't know what. They are praying that so you will come into that your house. Your producer there, he talks so many people want to come to that station and rem what's everything. Yeah. Yes. The lady that were you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He spoke on something, but many not plenty so I got them too many I wish you.
Okay. So you want to appear on the show?
Yes, I want to be there. I want to be there. Prayer about the following one happy in the following year.
Okay. Yeah. So just text your number, your WhatsApp number to this number you call, yeah? Just say your WhatsApp number to the number. I'll call you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yes, your name and where you join us from?
I'm Richard Fury. Yeah, I'm speaking from Carisburg.
From Carisburg. Welcome, Richard.
Thank you. Concerning the Fed, I believe everybody should be carrying a copy with them to convince the drivers. Because I don't think you have a retentive memory to remember every distance of the Fed. In order to avoid confrontation, you have to carry your copy with you so that you can convince them. And stuff like will not remember a little bit of this stuff. It is like only be speaking just because they always want to charge you and something less so they can benefit. So that's what I'm suggesting.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. This is the program LIB Future TV here on Care Radio 95.9. You can call us. We are taking your calls on the platform tonight. What do you make of all of the talking points? We also talked about the LOFA situation. We talked about LEC now that they've released a statement, talking about disruption in the supply of electricity since that Guinea who has also been supplying us will, reduce that supply or because of some technical issues. And so we've already started experiencing that even before the release came. So you can call us, you make your point on that, the transportation fare, the increase in the price of gasoline as well. We're here tonight, 777-959. 959-959-959-08881-871-670 and plus 231-777-959-959 are the numbers you can use. Leave your comments also. We're live on KCN TV on Facebook and on YouTube Care Communications Network. Madam Gibson, while we are waiting, cause it's back to you.
Yeah, so Jefferson, you were gonna tell us this week what happened. You said you were at the station and you got an emergency call and you had to leave. What went on?
Yeah, so in the next 12 minutes, it's just about it was a land matter that I had. My oldest brother bought a land here during the regime of former President Salih for first term, and so that property was bought, 1.5 lot of land in Burraville, and so the property had been there. When he bought it, the area was so bushy. So few years back, started going there. Some, 3 years back, 2 3 years going there, brushing the area, and we even we put cornerstones around the full, the 4 points, and there is a foundation also there that we put up because we want to put something so that somebody can be there and taking care of the land. We also have the sand and the crushed rocks that we did not use, still there. And there is this family in the Broville. You know about Isaac Tono, former Lone Star player. Isaac Tono. So they took his father is they have their a whole place over there called Jatono Town. So one of the Tondos called Samuel Tondo had attempted selling a portion of the land, right? So the first attempt he made was a fuller man. He took the fuller man there, and I told a lady there who saw me say, "Oh Jeff, I honestly I said, oh for you." She said, "Yeah." Then I told her, "But this property belongs to me. Please be, your eyes should be on it." And so that morning again, the first time I was on the radio here, she kept calling, and I couldn't pick. So later on, after I left the radio, I called her. She said, "Oh, well, one guy brought somebody here. It was during the rainy season. He brought somebody here to, sell your land." And the fuller guy came, so I had to intercept. And I told him that this land belongs to somebody. The fuller guy left. He got mad at me, according to the lady. So when I went there, she explained to me. So I told my brother about it. And so the rainy season was coming to an end. We had to do brushing. We brushed the area. After we brushed the place, he took another lady there. This time around, this lady with another guy who they already have money. The money these people go around buying land, they got money with them. So she had the money on her. Went there, went on the land again. But she did not go inside, to go in and check to see or to even ask people around there who owned the land. So she was already about to give, her money to when this same lady again chose out to her and told her, say, "Oh no, but this land is for, it's for somebody." And so he got mad at the lady again. Why the lady had to sabotage his business and what have you. She called me when I went there. And indeed, I didn't see them, but they had already gone behind the Nazca village area to go. He had taken in there now to go and sell another person's land. While I was standing, waiting for him to come, the lady, myself, other people, the community leaders, we having conversation. One man from a church, a church member, a leader in the church, Pastor Mr. Brown, he came and he said, "Oh Jeff, what are you doing?" I said, "This is my property, but somebody just came, wanted to sell." And so the lady said, "But he gone behind that too, so you could follow." He said, "Oh, but I come and land there too." And it was interesting to know that By the time Mr. Brown got there, the guy was, he had already turned the land over, Mr. Brown's land over to this lady, and the lady was giving the money, and he got there. And so, luckily for her, the man said, "This is my land," and she, drew her money back, and I had it left. Coming back, I saw the two motorbikes coming. He has this guy who is always claiming to be a surveyor. So while they were coming, the lady said, "Okay, there they are coming." So he was in front with the bike. By the time I said, "Excuse me, my brother," he told the motorbike the rider to put up, and they just put it, did not stop. Only the lady and the man, they stopped. So they started to narrate to me. Oh, the man said the land, he had planted cornerstone and gave them. Oh, the land for him and what have you. The person who get the land, he relocated there, he gave them area in Duazon. My brother is in the States. I'm here. So how come you give land to him in Duazon without his consent? So, I called my brother, we talk about it. On Monday now, this same guy took people, carried them the same spot he had. He sold the land to the other little guy. They bought the land, the spot, dug foundation, carry huge quantity of bricks, and then send a whole lot of, one load of sand. This for I think 10 tires low and crushed rocks. They were now about to do the foundation after they finished digging everything. When I got there, I was so mad, and I told her, I said, I challenge anybody to just put just one brick, just put it here. I challenge anybody. I started breaking, the scaffold they built, and I told some of the bricks, started breaking them. And he got angry. In fact, you know who I am? Or because you see me in short trousers, color clothes, or this, I will do this. I said, I challenge you. Go and call the owner. It took him 2 hours to bring the owner. I said, call my brother, and then he sent police. The police came. Community people said, "Oh, beg you, just leave it." Later on, he started making noise, started begging me, and let's do it like this. We'll talk in the community way, but I will look for the man who sold the land to me, and then we'll get back. So I told them, I said, this place now, no trespassing. And the community leaders said, "But I warned this guy, but he did not listen." So it's just how to do people learn. They come and still, to sell people's properties in this country when you already seeing things there. So, it was just a sad story. But
Yeah.
at least, yeah. And land dispute, people can go to fight, and, people
It can be
die.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We do need a better system. And the system that Mr. Cummings said he's going to bring, you will be able to look on your phone to see who owns property, because you can scan it in all the deeds. You'll be able to search and scan, and you'll be able to see your name on the property. And so it won't be all of this, because you just don't know. You see the cornerstone, people taking out people cornerstone, people doing all kind of things. So we need technology. We need technology. We can search who owns what land. When you sell the land, you can update the deed. So we know exactly who owns what property. It will cut out a lot of this, because there's so many people who stealing land, stealing property, coming on people's property, building things quick, trying to get on it. My cousin is still in court because she bought property in Marshall. Somebody started building on her property. And once they put that structure up, then they feel they own the property. So it's a mess. It's a shame. But yeah, Jefferson, we have a lot to do in the country. There's a lot to do. But the good news is we have good leaders who can help us to fix the country. Right now, the government that we have in place, they're not showing us after 3 years the 40 years of experience that they campaign on. And so the Liberian people have to be able to get themselves ready to bring in a new government, new change. We propose Mr. Cummings. He has the experience to really transform this country and make it great like it used to be. When my parents were growing up, what they used to talk about, the things they used to talk about, how Liberia used to be at a time when you didn't even have to lock your door. There was there was just peace in the country. Right now, people building up their fences so high you can hardly see their house. They got bars on their door. You know, the other day I was talking to somebody and she was just saying how she was thinking about putting in bars on her doors and on her windows. You know, so it's getting to the point where as people get more desperate, they start to, you know, try to do other things. And, you know, we don't want that. We want a country that's safe, that has education, but also has jobs. You know, this young man that I saw on the video, young, promising man, what will he do when he graduates from college? That's all I kept looking at him thinking. After he graduates, what are his options? He's studying what? Political science and sociology. And the government being the, you know, largest employer in Liberia, they only can hire several thousand people. And there's a country of 5 million people. What are his chances of getting a job in the government? You know, he either will have to join, you know, the political party or start to hustle. You know, he might even end up on a motorbike. You know, so that's not the country we want. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with motorbike driving. But after you sweat and struggle and get your degree, you want a job. You want a job and you're in your field.
Yep.
It's time. It's time. It is the next day. It's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So happy Saturday, everyone. We will be back here next week, same time, same place. Jefferson.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Okay. Yeah.
LIB, stand up. Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.